Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that. Wow. The Eon, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire. This is the cosmic alarm clock kind of going off here. There is a definite decision that you are going to be making very soon. Let's put this into some context. All right. Let's see what else is going on. We've got an 8 of Cups. We've got a Princess of Cups. Ooh, a 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands, and the Magician. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got a 2 of Wands. Yeah. 5 of Cups. Yeah. I've got, a lot of fire energy over here. A lot of fire generally here, right? 7 of Wands here at the end. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we'll just see which one. I think it's this one here. We're going to put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top, the guardian of the mystery card. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need, right? But if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments below. All right, let's tap into our intuition. Let's discern that mystery card together, okay, as a group exercise. Yeah. But first, let's take a look. We've got only these 2 major arcana energies going through this doorway into this Magician, right? It's almost like we are, we're kind of leveling up. We're transcending almost. We're going through this situation. And on the other side, we're coming out with a lot more control over our destiny. Okay. And it may not be an easy transition. Got that 8 of Cups. We have fire, 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 fire. We've got water, water, water. We don't have any air, interestingly. The air, I think, is really being handled by this Mercury energy, right? By this magician, magus, trickster, juggler, ring master, right? And we do have a little bit of earth energy here too. Initially, what I'm feeling is that the decision you are going to be called on to make is not going to be an easy one. It's going to maybe bring you a sinking feeling in your stomach at first, right? Because I feel like we have 2 princesses here, okay? Cups and Wands. I feel like there's a conflict with somebody in your life, maybe at the workplace, okay? If you're not working or if you're retired, this is kind of where you go, where you spend your time, right? This is the location where you're putting your effort on a kind of daily basis, okay? A group of people. But there's one person in particular, and I think it might be represented by this by this Princess of Wands. And I feel like there's a conflict here between the 2 of you. This is kind of the Princess of Cups down here is kind of your gentler nature, right? This is you wanting to give the benefit of the doubt, wanting to figure things out and be kind and be courteous. I think this person is really, there's some conflict here. And honestly, what I'm feeling is that I'm trying to how to word this in the right way. I think they're jealous of you. All right, I'm just going to say it. I think that they are perhaps trying to be your friend, but they have this envy. They have this jealousy. It's kind of it's an immature energy, okay? And I think that they see what you are doing, what you're capable of, what you have, the position you have, the responsibilities you have, the friends you have, whatever it is. Something you have, right? 10 of Pentacles. They see what you have, and they're trying to get close to you because they want it. They're jealous of it, okay? And I think what this decision really is, and why there's so much fire here, is because you got to deal with this. You've got to perhaps have a conversation, right? This is the Mercury energy that's taking place of all of the air. So this is the right way for you to deal with this now. And we're gonna skip around with these cards a little bit because I want to emphasize this Mercury energy. This is wisdom. Okay, excuse my voice too, by the way. This is wisdom. This is not just saying the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, this is having a strategy of how to deal with a situation like this. Do you start to slowly distance yourself from this friendship? Do you perhaps just keep to yourself? Do you do more subtle ways of kind of showing that person that you don't want them to be really near you? Or do you have a conversation with them? Do you try to patch things up? I see that there is a desire here to heal things with this person, right? I don't know. Maybe it's a family thing even, right? Maybe it's not necessarily at work. But it's somebody you care about in some way, okay? So all of that air energy, which would usually be in just having a very blunt conversation, first thing that comes to your mind, just saying it, you're just kind of impulsive, right? That's not really going to help. It's going to just create more tension. We've got this wisdom of this magician here because we're trying to, first of all, understand the outcome that we want, right? What do you want this situation to become? Do you want them out of your life? Do you want them to kind of stop coveting what you have? Do you want to be, I don't know, do you want to bring them to an increase of self-awareness, which isn't really our job, but there is an impulse there. The Mercury energy is knowing what kind of outcome you want and then strategizing the best way to create that. See, Mercury is the illusionist, right? It's the magician on stage that is trying to orchestrate a certain performance, right? Trying to get the reaction that they want, the response that they want, trying to put on the show that they want. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? There's a lot of planning that goes into that. Okay, you don't just get up on stage and suddenly it all happens. We've got a plan for it. So there is a sense of strategy here. But you have to figure out exactly what you want this to be. How do you want to deal with this person? What is the best kind of course of action? What is the best outcome here? Okay. I feel like they're kind of clinging to you. And we do have the Knight of Wands up at the top of the path of the dove. I think your initial impulse is to just get the heck out of there, to just get away from this person, right? At the same time, you have this Princess of Cups underneath everything that we're dreaming of a better relationship. We're wishing it could be different. Maybe this is a friend. Maybe this is a family member, right? And if it's a coworker, maybe it's easy to just say, hey, get away from me. But if it's somebody that you care about, and I think it is, we've got a Five of Cups in the environment. There's a desire, there's a wish here with the Princess of Cups. There's a wish for things to be different. There's a wish that we could heal this relationship, that somehow it could be better, right? So these two are kind of conflicting. There's the impulse to just get the heck out of there. Then there's the impulse to stay and heal this relationship. Okay? The cards give no clear answer. All right. The cards give no clear answer, but it does seem as if the situation itself is it's draining you, for one thing. Right? I think it's draining you energetically with your creative, vital energy here. But it's also draining you emotionally, right? Because you can feel that there's some tension, that there's a stress here. And it really is all because they want what you've got. Okay? And I think what this Eon or Judgment card is calling for is for your liberation. For you to be free of this situation, free of this stress, free from this worry, this aggravation, and this anxiety that's draining your vital energy. You've got a lot more work to do for your own life, your own progress and growth. This is an unnecessary conflict, right? It's necessary in some ways, again, I guess, because it's leading you to make a big decision for your life. Whether to leave this relationship. What is stronger here, the fire or the water? Right? The water that wants to heal, the water that feels like it would be a loss to be without this person. But then all the fire energy that says, freedom sounds really nice too. Okay. And I think perhaps it's something where you hadn't realized that it's because they are jealous of what you have. And that's why they're acting the way they act. They may act very immature, very clingy. They may be very dramatic. They may be very sensitive. They may be just kind of instigating drama and stress where there doesn't need to be any. Okay? And it's because of this Ten of Pentacles. It's because of what you have. All right. Now, the Eon or Judgment card does say that there's a decision that you have to make. And basically, things cannot stay the way they are. Things cannot stagnate the way they are because you are being drained, right? Spiritually drained, emotionally, creatively drained. It's kind of a psychic vampire situation, an emotional vampire situation. So there needs to be change. There needs to be some sort of definite decision made on your part. And then you need to strategically implement that change, that plan, in a way that is going to be the perfect show, right? It's going to be the perfect performance. Because it is going to give you the results you want with the minimum risk of collateral damage, the minimum risk of it backfiring, right? You put in the wrong kind of effort here, and you're going to make things so much worse. Okay, and we kind of see that with all this fire energy, especially with that Seven of Wands at the end. If we act impulsively, then we're going to do something that really is going to make things worse, right? We can't just go at this person and just start yelling at them. We have to be careful and strategic. We have to be wise, right? You've got to be mature. You've got to be very careful about what you're creating, because your next move is really going to affect the future of your life. It's going to affect your reality from this point forward. Okay. Now, the Two of Wands here, this is the conflict. This is feeling like something is just wrong here. For whatever reason, you and this person are always there. And there's always this, I don't know, kind of an annoyance almost, right? It's not that they're kind of getting in your way and pushing you around. It's just that they're always there. Or they always need something. Or they always... And it could be a very pleasant kind of exchange, right? Someone that's just constantly complimenting you. Constantly telling you what a wonderful relationship you have, or how nice your car is. Always giving you these compliments to the point where it seems like it's a little bit backhanded almost, right? Or it's a little like there's some jealousy there, right? Like somebody that wants you to know that they see what you've got. You know, someone that's always complimenting, how wonderful your relationship is. it can start to be a little bit annoying, aggravating, but then a little suspicious too. Okay. But again, there's an absence of swords cards here. This isn't something we really need to have a debate or a discussion about. It's something for you to kind of meditate upon and come to a conclusion within yourself. We don't really need to invoke all of these swords. We don't need to have that battle, that sword fight, that the battle of wits, right? We don't need to have that kind of an argument necessarily, because I feel like that wouldn't do any good. I feel that would be kind of like this Seven of Wands. You're like banging your head against a wall. And maybe there are no swords cards here because you've tried that. You've tried to have a subtle, careful conversation with this person, but it doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't get you anywhere, right? So we know that's not necessarily the way forward. The Five of Cups is in the position of your environment. See, this is the environment here. And there is some emotions here, right? This is kind of where I'm starting to feel like, well, maybe it's a family member, right? Or a close friend or something. You know what we should do? We should consult the I Ching. Let's do that. Let's cast a hexagram for this one. This is my I Ching cards. These are 64 cards that represent the 64 hexagrams, which are the encapsulation of the wisdom of the ancient Chinese sages. So let's cast one hexagram now for this situation and see what wisdom it might provide. Great vigor. Hexagram 34. Great vigor. And that kind of goes right along with all this fire energy, right? Constancy bears fruit. Having the ability to endure what is going to be a difficult process. You have to stand up for yourself, for one, right? This isn't a time for us to be passive and to allow this to happen. I think fire is going to win out over water, right? With great vigor, you stand upright and robust, full of resilient energy, inspired and animated by strong purpose. You are ready to wield your strength like a hero. To yield results, you will need to act with steadiness and consistency, standing in your strength, but not mistaking it for omnipotence. How will you use your power, and where do you stand? So for me, it's like this Seven of Wands, really. Standing up for yourself, but knowing that your power is not unlimited. We have to have all of this fire energy has to be directed with a little bit of wisdom, strategy, right? The ability to communicate, not necessarily with words, right? To get our desired result, to create the reality that you want. First, you have to know what that reality is. What is it that you want, right? What is your ideal outcome here? And then we have to use all of this fire energy, all of this vital energy to stand up for ourselves, to put this plan in motion and be strong, right? We see this water energy here can start to be a little bit changeable, you know? You're standing up for yourself, and then this person has a lot to say about it, and they start trying to play with your emotions. And before you know it, you say, okay, I'm sorry. You know, come on back. We have to be resistant to that, because they might beg and plead and apologize. I feel like it's a manipulation tactic. Okay. So the I Ching's asking, how will you use your power? Where do you stand? Right? What is your judgment here? Okay. Because whatever decision you make right now, it is going to affect everything in your life that comes after, right? And that's why there is this Eon judgment card here. This is a big decision. You know, it's something major. It could be a relationship, could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a lover, could be something at work, a coworker. Someone is getting a little bit too comfortable getting involved or expressing their admiration for you and what you have. Okay. doesn't feel like a lover to me. It feels more like a friend. You know, they have a younger energy, which could be really their immaturity, but it could be a younger feminine energy. Could be a fire sign person, possibly. I am getting a B name for this person, maybe. But they have this very immature energy, you know, that they might be very friendly and calm and peaceful one minute. The next minute they're flying off the handle, you know. And kind of unpredictable, this one. Maybe we should look at the mystery card. Yeah. Let's see what the alien has to say. Thank you, alien. Move the I Ching card over. I really don't know what I'm expecting for this one. Could be more earth energy. Maybe a 6 of Pentacles. Showing that your life kind of stabilizes, harmonizes. See what we have now, and we can tell that this is something that's causing a lot of tension and friction in you, in your life. Because fire, water, fire, water, fire, water, fire. You know, and fire here, and then we've got a little bit of earth and our Mercury energy. So the fire and the water is tension. There's a lot of friction there. And I think with the fire and water, it's only a matter of time before it really does just become steam. You know, that it just becomes too much to handle, and there's a lot of just constant fighting, right? I think right now things are relatively calm because there's no real confrontation, right? That's not going to last forever. That's why a big change, a big decision needs to happen. So I'm thinking a 6 of something to show that your life stabilizes, harmonizes, gets back to business, right? With or without this person, whatever the outcome is, at least we could see that it's going to be a stabilizing, harmonious outcome. If you have a guess, a prediction, a feeling, put it in the comments, okay? Let's see what we have. Well, it is nice. It's not the 6, it is a 9. Right, a 9 of Pentacles, even better than the 6, right? Because this is not only showing that this situation, this kind of period of time in your life is going to stabilize, harmonize, things are going to get back to a good place, but this is saying that you're going to continue on your path in life, what is really important to you, which is building your future, which is building your best life, which is living your best life. So if this is someone that you have to get rid of from your life, don't think of it as a loss. Think of it as a gain, right? There's going to be a long-term gain here, even though this is a kind of an undesired situation right now. The decision you make here today is really going to affect what this future best life scenario is. Okay? You're doing the right thing, even if it may not feel that way in the moment, even if there is a little bit of sadness, you know, or regret here. And again, the cards aren't telling you to kick this person out of your life. The cards are saying that as things stand right now, there's a lot of tension, and it needs to be resolved before it gets worse. Okay? And you need to get back to focusing on your future, on your best life. Okay? We're going to do an extended reading too, Aries. If you want to stick around, click on the link up there in the corner. That will give you access to every extended reading, not just for Aries, but for every sign. You can cross-watch here, okay? Maybe check the Leo and Sagittarius readings if that is a fire sign person, which they might be. Okay, I do still get that B name, first or last initial, maybe. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot, and new Aries readings are every Monday and Friday. Okay, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.